Black Box Silver and Bronze here for Alan the Comic Collector Geek's Jack Kirby cover challenge. Let's check them out. Well, comic addicts, this is a great challenge because Jack Kirby is my #1 favorite comic artist. I love everything that he does. To me, it's nostalgic of my childhood, getting Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers, and his style of action and coming at you is just thrilling to me. So I have tons of Jack Kirby comics in my collection, and it's too hard to just show 10. So I picked 20 comics, and that was hard. I had to leave so many out. There's so many that I love, so many that I want to show. So let's get started. The first one is The Prisoner #1. This is a variant cover. This was a story issued by Titan Comics a few years ago, I think maybe 2017, 2018. And The Prisoner was a British sci-fi TV show. You can find it online. And Jack Kirby had started creating a story for it. And there were 6 unpublished pages. And they used one of his unpublished pages as the cover, variant cover for this issue. So that's my first thing, just to show you something different you probably haven't seen. The next one is Fantastic Four Annual #6. And this cover is it's a stunning cover. The colors are fantastic with, the red and the yellow script at the top and green Annihilus. And it's a great cover. It's a great first appearance of the villain Annihilus. And I think Franklin Richards is this is his first appearance as well. So there's a lot going on for this comic book. Fantastic Four King Size Special #6. Next up is The Eternals #1. And this is my 30-cent price variant copy. And this is just a series that I really like. Here's an issue of Daredevil I really like. Daredevil 43, where he's fighting Captain America. And you look at this cover and, Daredevil and Captain America, they're just so large on the cover. And, the fist coming at you from Captain America. And it just makes you want to read this comic. This is the kind of style that I love from Jack Kirby, that just like action coming at you. All right, the next one is one of my favorite Thor covers, which is Thor #126, where Thor and Hercules are battling. And this was the first issue of Thor when it changed from Journey in the Mystery with Thor to just Thor. And that's another great cover, very similar to the one I just showed, where, the 2 protagonists are just so big on the cover. And, you can see this action, the fists coming at you. And this one is often emulated. There's lots and lots of homage covers to Thor 126. Now, here's something that's a little bit more unusual. You probably don't see too much. You probably see it in the dollar bin. This is Bombast #1 from Topps Comics. And this was maybe in the mid to late 80s or maybe the early 90s when this came out. And Topps had Jack Kirby create their own superhero universe. And there was a story called The Secret City Saga. And in the Secret City Saga were these various heroes that he created, Bombast being one of them. And in addition to the stories of the Secret City Saga, he had like one-shots of each of the characters. So here's Bombast. You could find this, it's polybagged. You can find it in the dollar bins, usually still polybagged. And it has a Topps trading card in there with it. And one thing I learned from Alan's channel the other day, I didn't realize this, but Jack Kirby's signature. If you look at the K, it looks like the number four because of his love of the Fantastic Four that he created. And then one of the other characters from the Secret City saga was Captain Glory. And so here's another cover by Jack Kirby, who's part of the um, Topps universe he created. And it's got his traditional style of where the hero is large on the cover. He's coming at you with one of his fists. You got the famous Kirby crackle behind him. And this one also came with a trading card as well. And you could find these. Nobody wants these. They're in the dollar bin. So if you're into Jack Kirby, you can find those. You can put the trading cards together. Now, this is one of my favorite ones, the Demon, another uh, traditional coming at you pose that Jack Kirby did, but he created the Demon when he was at DC. And this is the Demon #1, which is the first issue and origin of Etrigan, the Demon. Great colors on that. Here's one you may or may not have seen or be familiar with, and this is a Golden Age comic called Charlie Chan. And so this was a Simon and Kirby. It credits Jack Kirby as doing the cover. It doesn't look exactly like his superhero type work, but this ran 4 or 5 issues by this company was Crestwood Publishing. So there's about 8 or 9 issues of this, but the first series of it have these amazingly detailed covers. And so I have a nice run of these, and that's Charlie Chan from 1948. Another coming at you hero cover. Here is Sandman #1. This is from 1974. When you're looking for this one, the cover is supposed to be blue, and they ran out of ink on one of the runs, so there's some different color purples. It went from blue to purple, and so it kind of faded as the ink ran out. And you could get some really amazing variant covers with it with these different purple colors. That's Sandman #1. And I have Mr. Miracle #1, but I want to show Mr. Miracle #13, which is a great escape cover with the train bearing down, and Mr. Miracle is chained up there on the tracks, and everyone's worried he's not going to get out in time. This is from 1973. It's when he was at DC, and it's part of the New Gods and Forever People and all that kind of universe that he was building there. And something interesting about Mr. Miracle is that Jim Steranko was a magician and did like escape tricks and all. And so the story goes that, Mr. Miracle is kind of based on Jim Steranko a little bit. All right, another one I want to show is New Gods #1. And this is from 1984. And what DC did was when Jack Kirby did the New Gods, he never got to finish the story. The run ended before he finished, how he wanted to wrap it up. So he went back and wrapped it up. And DC reissued the New Gods run with these new covers. And I think there was 2 comics per issue of this. And so Jack Kirby made new covers for these. So these are worth looking for if you're interested in, finding more Jack Kirby art. I like this one because Darkseid's on there. And the other thing that's really cool about these reissues of the New Gods is that they were wraparound covers. And so all of them had new covers with both front and back. Another one that is really special to me is this one, Machine Man. And so this is Machine Man #1. And it's that Jack Kirby pose where it's coming at you, the hand is flying right off the page, and the hero is taking up the whole cover. This one I like because this one I bought, not this particular issue, but I remember buying Machine Man right off the rack. Like I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, yeah, I want to read that. That, like, as a kid in 1978, that caught my eye. And I remember buying that and reading it and just trying to collect the whole run and, waiting for the next issue to come out. Machine Man #1. I love this one, Commandy #1, the first issue of Commandy from when Jack Kirby was at DC and just cranking it out. And what's great about this cover is it's evocative of the Planet of the Apes movies when they find at the end of the movie, they find the Statue of Liberty's arm sticking out of the sand on the beach. They realize that they're not on a different planet. They're on the, planet Earth in the future. This first cover by Jack Kirby is just awesome. I've shown this one before, but this one is a really special one to me. This is Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers #1. And this is when Jack Kirby went off and did some, self-created, self-published stuff with Pacific Comic. I remember buying this, like seeing this when it came out. And that's when I became a huge Kirby fan. I didn't know of Jack Kirby as a kid. I didn't know who the artists were. I just saw this and was entranced, and I had to buy it and read it, and I couldn't wait for each issue to come off the rack. And I still have my entire run of Captain Victory and the Galactic Rangers. I just loved it. There were insect hives and miniature troops, and this egghead guy with a big brain. It was just so far out. It was really great. So Captain Victory is one. And the Captain Victory comics also had these kind of pinups on the back covers as well. Here's another Golden Age Jack Kirby. It's called The Strange World of Your Dreams. I'm not sure what issue number this is. I do not see it on the cover. I think this is issue 4. But it was a 4-issue run, and I have 3 of them. And basically, just crazy stuff that you would have in your dreams, these crazy monsters and everything. And just, typical Jack Kirby kind of monster art. This is Race for the Moon. And Race for the Moon was a 3-issue series. I think it was Harvey. It's a thrill adventure. I'm pretty sure it's Harvey Comics. And it was a 3-issue series. I think this is issue 2. I have issue 1 and 2. And I just love this cover. And I am hoping that I can find one of these in high grade. And this is in very low grade. The whole, side along here is chipped, and there's a lot of creasing, and there was some water damage to it. But the picture and the colors and what's happening there, it's just so cool. I've been looking to upgrade this for years. I found this one years ago and was just so happy to have it. And I've just been looking and looking, and I never see a copy of this. The other issue, which I guess is issue 1, I think, is the other one that I have. I see that regularly, and I don't see issue 3 and this one as well. So hopefully one day I'll get a real nice copy of that. This is an interesting one. This is called Destroyer Duck, and this is issue #1 of Destroyer Duck, and that's Jack Kirby art. And so this is, you could see up the top, says Special Lawsuit Benefit Edition #1. And this is a uh, I guess you would say it's like a satire. Um, and there's this company called Godcore, and that's supposed to be Marvel. And basically, this was when I think Steve Gerber, whoever created Howard the Duck. I'm not a big Howard the Duck fan, but Steve Gerber's name comes to mind. And he was trying to get the rights to, this character that he created. Marvel was, it was a big problem. And so, in order to generate some money for the lawsuit, they created this Destroyer Duck comic. And it's a short series, maybe 6 or 8 issues. I don't remember off the top of my head. All right, I've got two more, and these are two of my favorites that I have not shown before. Um, the first one is Iron Man number 80. And Jack Kirby did not do a lot of Iron Man work. There are some, but this is just one of my all-time favorite covers, let alone, Kirby or Iron Man. It's just, I love this cover. I love, everything that's going on, in the background with the space and the Kirby crackle, the colors, and it's that Kirby style, coming at you, coming off the page, larger than life, coming right at you. And so this is a this is just a beautiful cover to me. I love having this. I put it up right on the wall, right across from where I'm sitting, so I can enjoy looking at it. The last one I'm going to show is what I consider to be like a perfectly done comic book cover. Everything about this. This is Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos, number 13. And to me, this is perfection. This is just an amazing cover. And so, what's so great about it? Well, Captain America is larger than life. He's coming at you, about to leap off the page at you. The Howling Commandos and Bucky coming up behind there. All the rest of them, and smaller in size, but following up behind him just shows you like Captain America's taking the lead and he's out in front protecting them and everything. The Captain America name right here in the red, white, and blue, the yellow background, the red up top, everything about this, the whole way that this was formatted, put together, the color palette that was chosen. This is a classic. This is a classic image. It's perfect. And I do think that, when it came to superheroes, and Jack Kirby is very widely known with, at Marvel with the Fantastic Four and his other creations, but um, Captain America, whenever he draws Captain America, there are so many great comics with Captain America where he's coming off the page at you just like this. There's the first issue, the premiere issue. There's the issue where he's busting through the newspaper and it retells his origin story. There's one like 193 with somewhere around there where with John Romita, when Kirby was back on Captain America years later, and he's really good at making Captain America leap off the page. And this is just really, I think that's amazing. I love that comic. So nothing flashy this time. I love Jack Kirby, and to just show all these covers and take them out and look at them and share them with you was great. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you next time, Comic Addicts. Bye bye.